We want Jonathan back in 2027. These people don't start again. No. I wish they do for 2022 be this. The notes in detail, please. The 2023 presidential election has long come and gone. A winner has since emerged, and we already have a president who has spent just a little over a year in office. But it has been a torrid 1 year plus in office for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Possibly everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for his administration. There is increased inflation, unprecedented fuel crisis. Fuel price has shot through the roof, and the naira is at an all-time low to the dollar. The economy clearly has never looked this frightening. Many have concluded that the president has failed. But the president and his formidable team of ministers and economic experts are confident Nigeria will turn the corner soon. After all, they argued he has only been in office a little over a year, and a lot of things are being done to turn things around. Still, a lot of angry Nigerians believe a year is more than enough for him to have taken the country out of the woods, if indeed he has the capability to do so. And so they cannot wait to get to the polls again in 2027. The opposition parties understandably will be delighted with the current state of the nation. The pressure that the prevailing economic situation has put the Bola Tinubu administration is exactly what the opposition parties like the PDP and the Labour Party would like to see. It creates the appropriate political atmosphere for them to work against the government and begin plans towards the next presidential election in 2027. And for Atiku Abubakar, the presidential flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), at the last presidential election, the preparation for the 2027 presidential election has begun already. Information available to the city people reveals that Atiku Abubakar, who came second at the 2023 presidential election, is looking in the direction of Bayelsa State Governor Duye Diri as his running mate. This may come as a shock to many, but ardent political pundits will tell you it is not so surprising. To start with, not many know that Duye Diri and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar are very close. They have been friends for a long time. They have a very strong relationship. It goes back a long way. The Bayelsa governor has always been a strong ally of the PDP standard bearer. They both share same political ideologies and have been members of the same party in the last few years. This is why it has been speculated within Bayelsa political circles that Governor Duye Diri might emerge Atiku's running mate. He wants a running mate from the Niger Delta region. His calculation is that with Tinubu from the southwest and with his deputy from the northeast, he has to look in the direction of the Niger Delta region for a running mate, and Diri, his friend, appears to be his best possible choice for now. That is the new making the rounds within the top echelon of the political class in Bayelsa State. But while the news of Duye Diri becoming the running mate of Atiku Abubakar in 2027 had excited many Bayelsans and indeed several parts of the Niger Delta territory, there were also a group of persons who have not found the news any cheering. They feel the Niger Delta deserves better than a deputy president slot come 2027. They have no problem with the former governor, but they have issues with the position he's been tipped to occupy. One of such groups insisting that the Niger Delta deserves much better than a running mate slot come 2027 presidential election is the Niger Delta Integrity and Justice NDIJ. The group has expressed a preference for Dr. Goodluck Jonathan as president to Bayelsa State Governor Duye Diri as vice president in 2027. The group in a statement appreciated the call on Atiku Abubakar to pick the Bayelsa State Governor Duye Diri as his vice presidential candidate in 2027. Describing the remarks by Diri's camp that the Bayelsa governor would make a good pair for Atiku as a good observation, the group, however, said there was a different plan for the Niger Delta region in 2027. The group, in the statement by Secretary George Miriki, said the region would no longer continue to play the second fiddle in the governance of a country by working to produce only a vice president. He said, our agenda for 2027 is to produce the president. Inasmuch as we appreciate Diri and his closeness to Atiku, we will work against shortchanging the Niger Delta in 2027. We want to produce the president, and our mission is to ensure that the Niger Delta complete its term of 8 years at the presidency. The statement noted that this time we are coming stronger with the argument of allowing Jonathan to complete his tenure for the region. Instead of producing a vice president in Diri, we prefer a president in Jonathan. He is still loved, and is with his global appeal, we believe he will succeed. Indeed, many will remember that former President Goodluck Jonathan only served one term before he was defeated at the polls by former President Muhammadu Buhari while trying to secure a second term in 2015. And he was loudly applauded for his peaceful stance over the election result, as he made no move to resist the outcome of the election. Hence, ever since he left office, he has enjoyed tremendous goodwill from leaders within and outside Nigeria. His commitment to ensuring peaceful conflict resolution as a peace ambassador for the African continent has endeared him to many African leaders and world leaders alike. He has maintained a very cordial relationship with both the immediate past president Muhammadu Buhari and the sitting president Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It will be recalled that last year, shortly before the 2023 presidential election, there was a spirited attempt by some powerful political forces to lure the former president to join the fray and contest for president. At a time, it seems as though the ground had been cleared for him to make his comeback, but at the very last minute, for reasons yet to be made public, he made a U-turn and declined to contest. Sources say he was wary about getting himself politically stained after having done so much to earn the love and respect of millions of Nigerians following his immediate acceptance of the 2015 presidential election, despite huge pressure from his close political aides and party members not to do so. No doubt about it, former President Goodluck Jonathan would give anyone a good run for their money should he decide to be on the ballot. He still commands tremendous respect from Nigerians and has very little or no baggage of controversies to deal with. Add this to the fact that he is hugely experienced in governance, and you will understand why a lot of people, not only the Niger Deltans, would be extremely delighted to hear Jonathan is back on the race. My advice to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, please maintain your white. Then go stain your white for you. And the kind of hand we then go use in an poto hand. Na hand we then use chop amala and they will do. Then go use your then go use and then go use your white cleaner. You know go look nice. I beg somebody should help me and tell me, why is the former central bank governor in prison? That's not what we're talking about now. Let's talk about how Jonathan won't use comeback. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time.